This is Randy Kurtz, and I'd like to briefly discuss the pillar of our investment philosophy, diversified portfolio investing. Here we have a risk-return chart with average annual return going up and down, and risk going across horizontally. We have data from 1970 to 2015. This is 46 years, and it's long enough to have seen just about everything. We've seen stocks rise and stocks fall, interest rates go up and interest rates go down, just about everything. And we have 7 asset classes representing essentially the entire world. And when we see a chart like this, ideally what we'd like is low risk and high return. This space in the top left that is empty because the world doesn't usually work like that. Now, when most people see this chart, they look at gold and commodities. Those are high risk and low return, and most people want to cross those off. And when they see international stocks and real estate, they think they're interesting, but US stocks had lower risk and higher return, so they cross those off. And then when people look at international bonds, that might be interesting, but they say it's between US bonds and US stocks, so you can cross that off, and most investors are still stuck with, do I want more in lower risk, lower return US bonds or more in higher risk, higher return US stocks? We don't think the world works like that. Let's back up for a second and just look at US stocks and gold. What if you combined US stocks and gold into one portfolio? Where would that button look? Most people think it would be right about here. If you had half your money in US stocks and half in gold, it would be somewhere in between these two buttons. The truth is different. That 50-50 stock gold portfolio had a higher return than either of these two assets and a lower risk. This is the magic of diversification. Diversification should reduce risk, not return. So when we go back to this chart, what if we owned everything? If we owned the entire world, where would that portfolio have been over the last 46 years? Top left, low risk and high return. That is the goal of diversified portfolio investing. Here are some things that our lawyers would like you to read. We'd love for you to reach out to us to discuss this and other things in more detail.